Boxing for the WBC International Super Featherweight Championship the International Championship, sponsored by Corona, La Cerveza Más Fina, and sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Executive Director William Kuntz, Supervisor at ringside Dickie Cole, and the World Boxing Council President in attendance at ringside Jose Suleiman. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout on the 10-point system will be Larry O'Connell, Oren Schnellenberger, and Gail Van Oy. And inside the ring, when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Vic Draculich. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands in attendance here in San Antonio, Texas, and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white with red, official weight 130 pounds, professional record 32 victories, including 23 knockouts with 2 bouts even. Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Mexico, the undefeated challenger, Jorge El Coloradito Solis. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with flames, official weight 128 3/4 pounds, professional record 43 victories, including 33 knockouts with 3 defeats and 2 draws. Ladies and gentlemen, the congressional candidate, fighting out of General Santos City, Philippines, the reigning, defending WBC International Super Featherweight Champion, the former 2-time champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the WBC International Super Featherweight title. You received your instructions in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution you. Any punch below this point is going to be called low. Golpes de bajo, de este punto, serio mal bajo. With that said, I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Obedezca mis comandos y protegerse a sí mismo siempre. Touch them up now, good luck to both of you. Tóquenlos. Buena suerte a ambos.
So the moment is at hand. Manny Pacquiao taking on Jorge Solis. There's the 27-year-old Solis from Guadalajara, Mexico. And that is Manny Pacquiao, 28-year-old with a Hall of Fame career already in the making. First of 12 rounds. Solis presumably will be the boxer in this fight. And Pacquiao, of course, always an aggressive fighter.
And here's something that I like already of Solis is that he's actually moving to the right, to his right. And a lot of fighters tend to move the opposite way when they fight a southpaw. And I believe that he's using a good strategy.
You like a fighter moving to the right?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, interesting, okay.
But you know that left, either he's going to throw a straight left or he's going to throw a wide, like a left hook type, and he's able to get countered.
Pacquiao throws that left. Of course, his bread and butter punch is that straight left hand. Solis, in his last 4 fights, has fought fighters with a 55-21 record. And while he's won all those fights, he's never lost. When you step up against the Pacquiao, it's a whole different situation.
Oh, Al, no doubt this is a huge step up in class for Solis. And I think the big question here, you know, apart from ability, is how does he handle the moment? Now, we've seen Edgar Sosa come in tonight and handle it beautifully. Christian Maharas come in, handle it beautifully. Will Solis fight the same way, or will he freeze up? So far, you know, I think he still has to get a little bit looser. He seems a little tight.
Pacquiao looking for a chance to attack, as he always does.
Yeah, and Solis does. He has to be aware. He can't be going in there thinking that he can take the punch from Pacquiao. He needs to be aware and be cautious at all times because Pacquiao can finish you off at any time.
Solis throwing a right hand down to the body. Tries an uppercut from way out, a dangerous maneuver. And here in round one, Pacquiao content to be just a little more passive and see what Solis has to offer.
Well, this is generally the part of the fight where Manny is at his slowest. He generally starts slow. I mean, his hands are fast, starts are a little slow.
Manny Pacquiao, who due to the machinations of the boxing world, doesn't hold one of the major 4 boxing titles, but he's #1 in the WBC, WBO, and IBF at 130 pounds. And he's generally considered probably the best at that weight class, if not Juan Manuel Marquez, who he might fight next. Now, good right hand landed there by Solis. That's his best moment of round number 1.
I would like to see Jorge Solis pull that straight right to the body instead of looking for the head all the times. Take some power away from Pacquiao.
Pacquiao gets him against the ropes and throws a couple of shots, and Solis is able to get away. Pacquiao going downstairs to the body now.
How about a jab or two from Solis?
That would be nice. With that long reach of his and the good upper body movement that he has, he should utilize that quite a bit.
So a pretty close first round. Solis is through it in any case. Freddie Roach in the corner of Manny Pacquiao.
Nice deep breath. Okay, Manny. Good job out there. Now here, I want you to start using the double jab.
Use your jab more. I know you started out okay, but you have to bring that straight to the body, straight to the body. How do you feel him? He's strong. Yeah, he's good. Every time he wants to come in, stop him with the jab. Watch out.
And by the way, that is Ulysses Archie Solis, the IBF flyweight, light flyweight champion, who is the brother of Jorge Solis, who's working in his corner. He'll be fighting Jose Aguirre on May 19th, defending his title. But right now, he's very immersed in his brother. And he said, you know what, I'm so excited for my brother, I feel like I'm fighting Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. And they're very, very close. I did a fight with Archie Solis a couple of months back. He's a real good fighter. I'll tell you what, I gave Solis the first round because Manny Pacquiao didn't do anything.
You can certainly make a case for that. There's no question.
I agree with you, Wally. I believe that Solis did win that round.
We're in round number 2. Of course, it's a scheduled 12-rounder. And Solis getting a little wild and awkward in there, and that won't benefit you against Manny Pacquiao.
You need to get Pacquiao frustrated. Make him make mistakes. Like right there, he's getting a little frustrated because he can't get in. He's reaching in. Now right there, I believe that Solis should have thrown a left hook when he saw Manny Pacquiao go in like that.
Did land a counter right hand, Solis. Pacquiao's left gets in. Of course, that's an important punch for him, we all know.
You know, we had touched on it in the open somewhat, but there are a lot of things going on with Manny Pacquiao outside the ring right now. And I almost get the feeling like he reached his peak against Morales in the 3rd fight. Like, I don't think he can get any better physically, psychologically, emotionally than he was that night. Is there a danger, Gennaro, do you think, that maybe he looked past this one and didn't take this one quite as seriously as those fights?
He might have looked past due to the circumstance of which he's trying to do now outside of boxing. But I believe that he can actually become a little bit better than what he is right now because he runs in like this a lot. And I think somebody who's a real smart fighter will eventually pick up and notice that he's going to run in, make a quick step back, and somebody with good power is going to make him feel it.
One of those outside interests, he's running as the Kempe Party's candidate in the May 14th election in the Philippines as a representative. That would be like our congressional representatives in the 1st district. And he said, I'm not campaigning. Obviously, when I'm training, I put all my mind into this fight. When this is all done, I'll go back and campaign. But for right now, I'm all about boxing.
Well, you know, there's more on the line here than just Manny Pacquiao's boxing career. One of the Philippine journalists I've known for a long time before the fight said to me, if he loses this fight, he loses the election.
It's a lot of extra pressure. Just seconds remaining here in round 2. A better round for Pacquiao probably, although Solis there landing a jab has had his moments. At least the pace of the fight for Solis, and there's another straight right hand getting in by Jorge Solis. So he's been very competitive over these first 2 rounds. There's no question about that.
Yeah, that's not another thing that Pacquiao can do. Make a fight.
So round 2 passes into the night, and we'll hear what these corners are telling their charges. Reminder that round 3 is coming up.
Nice deep breath. All right, man. Here. His hands are starting to come down. All right? Now that double jab, you can open up that left hand for you. Yeah, all right? From right here. Good boy. Double jab, go to the uppercut because he's slipping down. When you're feeling double.
All right, here's what happened at the end of round 2. Archie Solis not happy at all with his brother's effort. It took him a little time to get the stool in there.
So Archie Solis getting very emotional with his brother to try and get him to do a little better. Big edge, as you noted in the CompuBox, and punches landed for Manny Pacquiao. We head into round number 3 of this matchup. It's for the WC International Super Featherweight Championship, and Manny Pacquiao in the white trunks, of course, the great champion in both the junior lightweight division and down in junior featherweight, taking on Jorge Solis.
Yeah, he just connected a couple of good shots right now, too. The only bad thing about Solis is that he doesn't have the power to stop Pacquiao in his tracks. I think the reason why his brother went in there and got on his face because he's not utilizing what he's supposed to, and that's that jab and the reach.
And he has, when he's used it, he's been effective in this fight, but just hasn't used it enough, and that was the weapon he wanted to use. You know, in his fight against Nicky Benz recently, he averaged 36 jabs per round, according to CompuBox, did Jorge Solis. That's what they want in this fight as well.
Well, you know, in fairness to Solis, though, Pacquiao's warming to his task now a little bit. He's a little bit more elusive than he was in the first round anyway.
You know, the interesting thing about Manny Pacquiao, he's such an exciting and excellent fighter. He makes a lot of fundamental errors. He squares himself up to opponents. He lunges in, but it is very hard for even the elite fighters, and he is 3-1-1 against the Eric Moraleses, Juan Manuel Marquez, and Marco Antonio Barrera. Hard for them even to take advantage of it. Certainly Solis would have a hard time doing it. We saw Pacquiao just land a big left hand.
Well, he's certainly one of those guys you would never tell a young fighter fight like Manny Pacquiao.
You definitely don't want to do that.
He's like the only guy that can do it.
Yes, and he not only does he get away with it, he's successful. And of course, the hand speed and power that he brings to the fray helps. A minute left to go here in round number 3. Manny Pacquiao and Jorge Solis, and so far, while Pacquiao has an edge in punch numbers, Solis has been certainly competitive in this fight. And a nice right hand downstairs by Solis. It's been a little awkward. You know, their styles are such that it's been very difficult for either man to land what they want.
Yeah, they don't quite mesh.
Yeah, so far the only punch that I think that's landed pretty good has been the one that Pacquiao just landed about half a minute ago.
Left hand.
Combination downstairs by Jorge Solis. Solis being a little more active than he was. Pacquiao throwing punches, but they're having a hard time getting there. He's just, Solis is apparently able to kind of block and slip a lot of those. So just seconds remain in round 3, and again, Solis is an elusive target for Manny Pacquiao.
Manny, his hands are dropping way low. You go to the double jab and the left hook behind it. Okay? His hands are really low. Double jab, left hook behind it.
All right, let's get a look at that punch that you were talking about, Gennaro. That's probably the best punch of the round right here by Pacquiao. It was kind of at the end of the punch, though, so it didn't quite have as much power as it appeared to have in live action, I don't think.
You're right, and they actually hit him high on the cheekbone and not on the tip of the chin.
Getting ready for round number 3. Manny Pacquiao and Jorge Solis. Pacquiao on the right of your screen. Gets that straight left hand in again. There's the Solis jab that everyone's in agreement he should throw a little bit more, certainly including his brother Archie, who is in the corner advising him. Now Pacquiao warming to the task and getting aggressive. Vic Draculis, the third man in the ring. Pacquiao comes into this fight with 17-1-2 record and 16 KOs in his last 20 fights. He has just been on fire. There's a low blow that they'll take some time off for.
It was actually in the hip. I think he's got a little Charlie horse.
You know, and people don't realize those things hurt.
Well, he didn't take much time, did Manny Pacquiao. He's right back at it here in round 4. Straight left gets in. You know, it looks to me like, if nothing else, Solis is a very awkward fighter for Pacquiao to deal with right now.
Yeah, the height has actually been a problem for Pacquiao. The movement. I mean, people who've seen Pacquiao fight should realize and understand that he has a lot of trouble with fighters that move on him.
Yeah, you know,
Manuel Marquez did that.
Right, that's right. You know, because it's not only the height, but also the movement. There's something awkward about Solis that's making Pacquiao look a little awkward himself.
Having said that, Pacquiao is doing some good work in this round, and Solis has not been able to punch back much. And it looks like there is a little blood somewhere on Solis' face. Nice shots by Solis. Probably Solis' lip, we think. We'll check it out.
Here's my question, though. Has anybody fought Manny Pacquiao better than Erik Morales did in the first fight and in most of the second fight?
Probably not.
Yeah, and you know, and Morales was barely able to hold on to win the first fight and got knocked out in the second fight. Can Solis beat Pacquiao with this kind of an approach?
You know, I'm going to say that maybe Juan Manuel might have fought him just as good.
All right.
Yeah, well, he fought
only because he got
dropped
dropped in the first round 3 times. But other than that, he changed his way of fighting, and he made Pacquiao look beatable.
Yeah, Marquez fought very well, did that draw, and some think he could have gotten a decision.
So, clash of heads right here, as we were talking about.
What those two guys had in common, they were both hitting Pacquiao hard and often. Solis is kind of picking his shots.
Nice left hand by Pacquiao, may have stunned Solis. We'll see. Another left hand by Pacquiao. The harder punch is probably being landed by Pacquiao. What lands?
You know, Pacquiao, he has an awkward style. You know, he looks very calm, and all of a sudden he'll just shoot out right away. And he's very quick with his hands as well.
Solis has his best moments of the fight as he pins Manny Pacquiao against the rope and lands a couple of shots. And we'll hear what Archie Solis will say in the corner to him. Danny Garcia is our interpreter.
Water. Open up. Wash that out. He's beating me up. He's hitting me in the face too much. You have to be offensive. Don't wait for him to attack you. When he comes in, you need to defend himself.
Both hands you won't last, okay?
Here's some Pacquiao's action in the 4th round. Good left hand there, but I found that a difficult round to score.
Oh, I see. I would have given that to Pacquiao because I thought he won most of the round.
Even with the late action from Solis, which kind of like turned
but
things.
I think the CompuBox numbers were an indication.
Okay.
Pacquiao landed a lot of punches, but you know, again, those later parts of the round sometimes influence people.
I'm going to change my score first.
You know,
you influenced me.
Feel free to have a mind of your own.
And it's amazing that they're actually telling Solis over here in this corner that he's too quick, but you know what? All he's doing is slapping his punches.
It's easy for Archie to say.
Exactly. We're in round 5 of a 12-rounder. Manny Pacquiao, this is our main event, of course. The main reason why these folks have come out here in large numbers. Nice crowd, somewhere between 12 and 15,000 here at the Alamo Dome to see Manny Pacquiao and Jorge Solis. And so far, Jorge Solis has proven at least a nettlesome opponent for Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao was just complaining again about another left hand to the hip.
What was going on there was Solis tried to throw it straight right to the body, and the elbows kind of slipped it down. That's the reason why the shot went down the road.
Now, probably the best opponent that Solis has fought is Humberto Soto. He's a very good fighter, and the fight was stopped in the 3rd round. There was a no decision because of a clash of heads and a cut, but Soto had him down in that 3rd round, and so clearly, if you have power and you hit him right, you can get Jorge Solis down. And Soto did it. By the way, an irony is that Soto is fighting Bobby Pacquiao, the brother of Manny Pacquiao, in June.
That's a fight I would really like to see is Manny against Soto, because Soto is a monster.
Good straight to the right.
Here comes Solis with Manny Pacquiao trapped against the ropes and attacking. Is this playing possum?
I think he felt that right hand. It landed flush on the forehead.
I agree. I don't think Manny plays much possum.
Yeah, that is not his repertoire.
Not usually.
Normally he gets mad and he goes after you.
Nice jab by Solis. There's the typical Pacquiao rush in that seems for all the world to invite counterpunching, which it did against Juan Manuel Marquez, but not often against anyone else, although, as Wally pointed out, Eric Morales certainly had his success with that.
Yeah, doesn't it seem, though, that Pacquiao has been less aggressive in this fight than he used to seeing him?
You know, he's coming forward and throwing punches, but they're just not as effective as he'd like there to be.
And I think it's what, from Gennaro pointed out, is the awkwardness of Solis.
Just seconds remaining here in round 5. This has been a pretty good round for Jorge Solis, and that's the understatement. Though he's probably still behind in this fight, he's making some things happen against Manny Pacquiao. The plot is thickening. And there's Miguel Cotto, the welterweight champion, who will be taking on Zab Judah on June 9th on pay-per-view. And you want to be on hand for that. He is one of the most exciting fighters. Had the pleasure of doing his fight against Carlos Quintana when he defended his crown. It was just a brilliant effort by him. He is one of the most talented fighters in boxing today.
And improving.
Yes, indeed. Correct.
Use the jab to get inside. Jab.
All right, let's take a look at something that Solis did well in round number 5. And that was a good right hand. And Manny went to the ropes, not so eager to rush in at that moment.
Now there's Freddie Roach, who, as most boxing fans know, was not in the camp of Manny Pacquiao. He was busy training Oscar De La Hoya, and Justin Fortune ran the camp. Of course, he's a longtime associate of Roach, and they said the camp went along just as it always does, but Roach did get here for fight night. Did it have any impact on Pacquiao? Well, who knows? They will do some housekeeping in the ring, and we'll continue.
You know, you hate to say, you know, that this did have an impact, this didn't have an impact, because in a way, it takes away from Solis. And if he wins this fight, you know we're going to hear that.
They banged heads.
And there's a cut. And there's a cut on Manny Pacquiao's left eyebrow.
Oh, boy.
That's a bad break.
It was unintentional. Manny Pacquiao actually went towards looking for the fight. and he actually crashed into the headbutt.
This is all from the awkwardness of the two styles. We've seen it, you know, and I think you called it a couple of rounds back, Gennaro.
Doctor will come in and we'll see how bad that cut is and what it means.
Oh, boy. The boys are just getting to know one another.
I look like he's going to let him go.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Clash of heads creates that cut here in round number 5.
And I don't think Solis should be doing what he's doing right now. He should be smart, box, relax. Just because there's blood on the eye doesn't mean they, oh, good, straight right.
Now remember, as this fight wears on, especially as we get through this round, if that cut would cause a stoppage in this fight because it was a clash of heads and they bang heads again, it would. Oh, there's a left hand that sends Solis down.
Oh, it's a push.
They're calling it a push. There was a left hand in there, but they're calling it a push, which is interesting.
The blood streaming down Pacquiao's face now.
They would go to the scorecards if they had to. Oh, big right hook by Pacquiao, a left hand, and Solis is in some trouble.
And there goes a pushing by Pacquiao. He's trying to muscle his way in.
Solis has been hurt here in the 6th round. Excuse me, I said the 5th, I meant the 6th.
This is now the Pacquiao that I think everybody expected to see.
And this is what I expected to see. Solis right here trying to avoid, trying to get away from punches and getting hurt because he doesn't pick up his hands.
That clash of heads and the cut over the eye woke up Manny Pacquiao. He is a tiger here in round 6, and Jorge Solis is in trouble. Solis just ripping shots on the inside. And again, I think they bang heads in the eye, bothering Pacquiao.
And Pacquiao is wasting a lot of energy.
He's trying desperately to finish the fight. Maybe he's a little bit more worried about the cut than we think.
Well, he should know. They'll go to the scorecard.
Oh,
big hook by Solis.
Good uppercut and a hook.
Pacquiao may have punched himself out a little bit. Now there's a left uppercut by Pacquiao. Well, this is starting to look like the typical Manny Pacquiao war, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
There's another clash of heads right there.
Many, many plots and subplots at work right now in this fight.
All right, Manny. Nice work out there. Yeah. Come on. Manny, throw those uppercuts a little bit more for me, okay, son?
All right, let's take a look. We're going to see the headbutts here. First, we see Pacquiao come in with his head, boom. And that's certainly not an intentional butt. That is just, you know, an outgrowth of the two styles and the way Pacquiao comes in. Now you're going to see it happen again. There's a good right hand by Pacquiao. And the heads just rub together when they come into a clinch.
Second down.
And Solis coming right back.
Go.
Again, every time they come together in a clinch, the heads come together.
So we move into the 7th round. The cut over Manny Pacquiao's eye, an issue. However, we would again point out that because it came from a clash of heads, they would go to the scorecards. I would guess Manny Pacquiao is ahead on the scorecards at this juncture, but we don't know. Pacquiao had Solis in bad trouble in the 6th round, but then Solis came back with a big left hook.
Solis showed, if nothing else, in that last round now, he's resilient. He did recover quickly.
He got hit with some good shots by Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao, as we know, punches with power. Right hand gets in by Pacquiao, and again they come perilously close to clashing heads. Still a trickle of blood from the left eye of Pacquiao, but Solis hasn't been able to hit it, so he hasn't exacerbated that. There's a right hand by Solis.
So Solis has a tendency to fall inside, especially if he throws his right hand, and that's why the heads keep coming together.
Two left hands hurt Solis. Two good straight left hands got him in trouble again. Pacquiao's primary weapon, and it's working now.
So at least needs to pick up that guard. He needs to pick up that defense of his. He's slacking off, and that's where he's getting caught.
Now, isn't this the effect that Manny always has on opponents? He breaks them down. You know, we saw him do it to Morales over 3 fights. We've seen him do it to a lot of guys. It's the relentless pressure. After a while, you know, despite yourself, the hands start coming down because you get exhausted.
Now, 29 of the 32 KOs that Pacquiao has had have come within 6 rounds. And all of Solis's KOs have come within 6 rounds. So they're in territory where Solis just doesn't knock people out, and Pacquiao doesn't often do so. A minute left to go, or just under it, in round 7 of this 12-rounder. Good jab by Pacquiao. This is our main event of the evening, and there's another one of those big left hands. This has been a signature round for Pacquiao, and of course he had a very good 6th round as well, so he strung together 2 really impressive rounds.
Now, it's an interesting stat that you brought up about the KO percentage after 6 rounds, because I think everybody's percentage of Manny is that he's a fighter who gets stronger and stronger as the fight goes on. So it's kind of surprising.
You know what? Either he gets stronger, or the fact of the matter is that he pressures the fighter, his opponent, so much that they tend to wear down quite a bit. Obviously, you know what? I was noticing that most of the southpaws, they tend to lean to the right when they're getting ready to throw that lift. I'm surprised that Solis has not caught on to that.
Seconds remaining here in round number 7. Manny Pacquiao has had himself an excellent 7th round and lands yet another short left hand. Danny Garcia will interpret in the corner.
Remember your sons, remember your life. Don't throw it away. Think of your honor. It's your life. Don't lose your spirit. Give me some water.
Right here. Manny. When he throws that lazy jab out, go with the hook over the top and the uppercut behind it. All right, it's a beautiful shot. Hook uppercut, okay?
Well, round 7 was about 90% Manny Pacquiao. There's a big left hand. You see that it temporarily buckled the knees there of Jorge Solis.
How many of those have we seen over his career land and do lots of damage? Round 8, Al Bernstein along with Wally Matthews and Gennaro Hernandez, former junior lightweight champion of the world. And we're happy that you joined us for what's been a very entertaining evening of boxing. And this main event has had some plots and subplots. A clash of heads created a cut in round 6 over the eye of Manny Pacquiao. They have controlled it for the most part. And in the last 2 rounds, Pacquiao has been extremely effective against Jorge Solis.
You know, and I think they've run out of ideas in Solis' corner. Yeah. Gennaro, you know, we were up listening, and they've invoked the family.
He's in trouble, and down goes Solis.
You know, like it was that lip uppercut that dropped him. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it.
Ocho! 9!
He does get up at 9.
That was a surprise.
How much longer can he continue? A lot of time left in this round, of course.
There goes that uppercut again. He's hurt. He's out. It's it. It's over.
Solis sent down for the 2nd time.
Cinco!
He is on the apron of the ring.
Ocho! 9!
He's not going to beat the king. He's not going to beat the king.
Manny Pacquiao, after a slightly slow start, got things in gear, survived a bad cut, as you see it from the clash of heads, and is able to persevere.
Well, you got to give it to Solis. He tried his best. He was moving very well. He was boxing, but the power of Manny Pacquiao eventually caught up to him.
Well, you get the feeling as you looked at Manny Pacquiao, a lot of emotions running through his head due to many recent events, and very relieved, I think, to get this match over with and get the win. For Jorge Solis, his first loss as a professional. He's had a couple of draws, but has never lost. We take a look at the first knockdown here, Gennaro. This is the first time that he was sent to the canvas in this round.
He got hurt right there, and then there's that right uppercut. I thought it was a lip, but it was a right uppercut that kind of stung him, and there's the end of the fight again. Double left, there's a straight right, and a left to finish it off.
Manny Pacquiao's power comes to the forefront finally in a fight in which it was a little difficult and kind of awkward, and you see the emotions for Manny Pacquiao. You can tell a lot going on in his life, in his mind, and great relief that he got this win. And that's Bob Arum, Top Rank, who, of course, promoted this evening of boxing.
A very good evening of boxing.
It has been a very good evening of boxing, as a matter of fact. We had some great action during the course of the season. A couple of upsets. Manny Pacquiao avoided the upset in his fight, and we're going to hear all about it from Michael Buffer. Let's go to Michael Buffer now.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vic Draculich, following the second knockdown, reaches the count of 10. The end comes officially at 1 minute, 16 seconds at round number 8. The winner by knockout victory, and still the WBC International Super Featherweight Champion, congressional candidate, Manny Pacquiao.